What's going on, everybody? Firechicken here at the scrapyard, and you just stepped into 15 minutes with Firechicken, but it rarely ever ends up being 15 minutes. I'll just be honest. And I got a few things to talk about, um, all sorts of things. So stick around, ask some questions. Hey, if you got a good question or comment, or you support us big time, I might put your comment up on the screen. So like this guy right here, the one true crazy leg. Come on, man. Come on. You're not even trying to hide it anymore. All right. Flame foul. I like it. Yeah. Ordinary Pete. Oh man. Welcome to the chat. So yeah, guys, like I said, I got some stuff to talk about today. I just had a random thought, so I'm gonna write something down too. I'm gonna be crossing stuff out because like I seriously have like a whole list of things. Let me see here. And I am not gonna even entertain you guys that are making negative comments. I'm really sick of that today, and that's actually one of the things I want to talk about. So the other day we had a fight happen, and I put the fight out today, and it was like a redemption story. Hey, you're supposed to, Crazy Legs. Need to get him to sign up, but he said June, so it'll be you and him for June. Anyway, we had a fight released today, and it was Illuminate the State doing his 6th fight in Street Beefs. Now, I went to the comments section, like I tell people, uh, don't do it, but I do it anyway. And immediately I go on there, and people are like, man, why would you put somebody that's a foot taller with over a 10-inch reach advantage against another person? And I was like, so I'm supposed to match people based on size. I didn't realize that in boxing they had size classes. I mean, I'd always heard about weight classes, but I'd never heard about size classes. So these YouTube comment experts have really brought something to my attention that I wasn't aware of. And so we're probably going to start matching people up in the scrapyard based on their size. So Crazy Legs, your next fight, it might be Montu, but after that, if you got the same height and reach as somebody, you might fight somebody, that same size, regardless of weight. So they might weigh, 200 pounds, but be your size. So thank you, YouTube commenters, for pointing that out to me. I had no idea. I was under the assumption that it was weight classes all along, but I'm obviously joking here, guys. This is why I do listen to you guys. I really do, because you're the audience. But you have to understand that the way that we do certain things at the scrapyard, they're done a certain way for a reason, and I can't just I mean, to explain it. Even when I do explain it, I end up explaining it. What's up? What's up, high speed? Even when I do explain it, I feel like I just have to keep explaining it because people ask the same questions over and over. Mr. Top Knocker, what's up? Yeah, Somk, I mean, you're right. Like, people that show up, if you're late, and that's one thing that I didn't write down that I actually do need to talk about. If you can't show up on time to the fights, do not expect to get the match that you were supposed to get, or to even get a match for that matter. You absolutely have to be here on time because we run a pretty tight ship. I got guys like Mr. Top Knocker. I should say Mr. Top Knocker. And there's a couple other guys that help with it too. But these guys, they have only a certain amount of time to put matches together. And if you come strolling in the middle of matchmaking, well, I mean, you can't honestly expect. I know everybody's got reasons why they can't show up on time. The one I really hate is when people can't give me a reason why they didn't show up at all. Like you signed up, you put your name down on the sign up list, and then you just don't show up. There's some people that do it all the time. And man, I'll be honest. What's up, Arm and Hammer? I'll be honest, there's some people that they sign up every other event and they show up like 1 out of 3 times that they sign up. I don't get it. I mean, I'm just gonna start doing what Scarface said, like you get a timeout. So the one that you do make it to, you're not gonna fight it. It's really not fair to have that happen, to have you put your name down, me put a matchup ahead of time. Because I do that sometimes. Like I do put matchups ahead of time, but nothing's official till fight day. But back to the fight I put out, though. I did get sidetracked a little bit there. I'm going to try to stay on topic a little bit more. So the fight that I put out today was Illuminate the State. It was his 6th fight in the scrapyard, or I should say Street Beef, because he went to the OG branch in Virginia with us and fought. Now, Illuminate started out like Mr. Ordinary Pete here. He's in the comments. He's a big part of our lives and stuff, and everything. And, really interactive, but he signed up to fight. He came out, and the first time that he came out to fight, he took a loss, and he didn't really have any formal boxing training or anything like that. But, we kept giving him matches, and he always had this kind of timid personality when it came to in the ring. So we set him up for another fight. That was this last Saturday. And the fight on paper was, we gave him a brand new person around the same weight, actually outweighed him by about 16 pounds, but was significantly shorter with a shorter reach. Now, anybody that knows anything about boxing, if the new people in boxing, if you're shorter, typically you have more of an advantage than a taller person when you're new, because a lot of times taller people don't know how to use their range properly. And to hit somebody, you just got to take a shot, get inside, and land a couple of big haymakers. So a lot of times shorter fighters do have the advantage just starting out in combat sports. Anyway, so we matched this one up, and we were thinking, based on Illuminate the State's past fights, and that this guy was a new fighter, we felt like this was a good matchup. We didn't know that Illuminate was gonna turn the fucking switch on. That's what he did. I had no idea. Like, talking to him ahead of time, I mean, I even boxed with him a little bit the night before, and it seemed about the same. Like, he was moving the same. He wasn't being like aggressive or anything. So I figured, just another fight, but this one would be a good matchup. The difference was aggression, 100%. So aggression can win you fights. I'm just going to tell you that right now. He turned it up, he flipped the switch, and it showed in the fight. And you know what? I think that was the first time that he's ever flipped that switch before. And it might have kind of got to him a little bit, and he didn't know how to control it. So there was a little bit of disrespectful behavior on his part, which he apologized for, which he hugged his opponent afterwards and shook his hand and apologized. I try to put that in the video too, but it gets by people. Like, they just see a couple things and they think, oh man, he should be banned. He did horrible acts. No, man, he just got in his emotions during the fight. It happens. And I think that moving forward, he's going to be able to harness this aggression now and use it rather than let it take control of him. So shout out to Mandaluna and Illuminate the State for that fight. I hope to see you guys back in the scrapyard. Another thing I want to talk about, guys, is this one's been on my mind for a while, but it seems like every time it drifts away from my mind, it just keeps on coming back. And this is local gyms. And it blows my mind, the negativity and hate that we get from some local gyms. So first off, anybody that's ever been to the scrapyard, that's maybe runs a gym, part of a gym, whatever, they see what we truly are. They see that we're not just a fight club, that we're an organization, and people generally have I would say it's a high percentage, like 98% of the people that come out here have a very high opinion of us afterwards, because it's something that you really do have to experience. You have to see how we interact. You got to see the respect there is between fighters and everything. I mean, sometimes their fighter might lose a match and they might get mad about it. I've had a couple people not come back after their fighter lost, but you know what? That's a fight game. You really have to take your losses with your wins, Um, but I mean, some of these gyms are so bad, like they restrict their fighters from coming out here. They tell them that they're not allowed to talk about, like we're really Fight Club, They're not allowed to talk about street beefs. They're not allowed to wear our street beef shirts in their gym. Like, man, they don't even understand that we've actually sent fighters to their gyms. Like, hey, you looking for a place to train? I know this gym. It's over here in, I don't know, Tacoma or Aberdeen. And I send people that way, but they still won't come out and experience a scrapyard. So they still have a negative opinion and still continue to talk shit. So these gym owners, I'll be honest, like, if you really got a bad opinion of us, like, get a hold of me and ask if you can, come to an event and spectate, I'll hold a spot open for you. It just, that way you can see what we're all about. I would rather you guys form an opinion after you experience it rather than before. And if you don't want your fighters fighting here, whatever, but I mean, don't tell them they can't wear shirts or can't come out here and train with us. Come on. I'm perfectly happy on sending people in the direction of gyms that they can go to that are cool with us, that I think are good gyms. So, if you can't stand for anything, be prepared for criticism. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I know gyms that won't even let their fighters cross train. Like, you get X'd from their gym if you go to a different gym and cross train. Like, how are you supposed to get better as a fighter if you cannot go to different gyms and periodically train? And I'm not talking about leaving the gym and going to a gym permanently. I'm talking about, like, hey, Saturday, I want to go spar with these other people at this other gym, or I want to go out to the scrapyard and spar. Like, I don't see the problem with that. We don't charge any money out here. We don't pay anybody or anything like that. So, why limit your fighters to stick to where you're at? You're basically going to kill your own gym. If you didn't notice, your gym probably has people leaving it. Some of your most loyal people in the past have probably left because of your actions. But I don't want to get too hung up on that, guys. Like I said, I gotta cross some stuff out here, guys, because or else I'm gonna, I'm trying to stay on topic. I'm trying my best, guys. Okay. Oh shit, even more. Okay, we got fights coming up. I'm just gonna go through this part. I do have a lot more after this, but I'm gonna talk about our upcoming fights, guys. So June 24th, our fights are live on Facebook. By live, I mean you can actually go up and sign up for them. If you're gonna do it, if you're thinking about fighting in June, go to the sign up, read everything. Read it all. Read it all. That way I don't have to answer the same questions all the time from people asking. I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind elaborating on things, but to answer the same questions that are listed in the sign up, it gets a little repetitive. So yeah, please just make sure you read everything. And if you do sign up but you're not sure, just let me know a few days before the fights that you can't make it. That's all I ask. You know, just some common courtesy there. So that's the June 24th event. That's they're always on a Saturday. Next one will be July 22nd. This is our 3-year anniversary, people. This is a big one. We're going to have some cool stuff. I don't know yet. I got lots of time to plan it, but we're going to do some fun shit for our 3-year anniversary. 3 years. We've been doing this for 3 years. Can you believe it? Following July 22nd anniversary event will be our August 26th event. This should be a hot event. Same with July might be a hot one too. Hell, June might be a hot one. I don't know what Dirty South's schedule is, Michael. I don't. You got to talk to Cody Beck on that. But August 26th, yep, that's gonna be a warm one. That's gonna be a summer event. Now, this is the one that I'm thinking about doing. I've already put it out there. I've already got some interest on it. But September 23rd, the Scrapyard Kumite. All it means is that we're putting out an open invite to the other branches to come out to Street Beef Scrapyard and experience the Pacific Northwest and all its squatchiness. We went to one down in Arizona last March, the Super Bowl at the Hot Box. And, this will be a similar event. Plan ahead of time. It gives you guys plenty of time to plan out. Get an Airbnb with a bunch of people. Make it a real experience. I want to talk about our last event too. This was our May 20th event. So we just did this last Saturday. Was it last Saturday or was it Saturday before? Yeah, last Saturday. We just did this event and we had about 20 fights. It was a good event. It was a very good event. A lot of short fights. I'm just going to say that. People just didn't want to mess around with making it through all the rounds. So the fights ended pretty quick. We did a live feed, and I will say this, our live feed from last Saturday not instantly, but within 2 days became our highest live of all time, meaning it brought in, I think it's up to over 14,000 views on just a live feed. So we will continue to, do our live feed for you guys. It's always free. We don't charge for anything like that. The only thing that if you want to pay for is the early access. So when I edit some fights, I'll throw them up on early access and you guys can go and you can view the fights ahead of time. There's like 4 or 5 of them up there right now. Can we get some preview fights, please? I don't know what that means. Can you elaborate? Yeah, anyway, exclusive member fights. No, I'm not gonna do exclusive member fights. I'll do alternate angles sometimes, but I'm not gonna put up a paywall for the members or for the subscribers. So I will put up a early release. And the reason for that is because I can't release every fight in one day. No plans for a tournament. No, they don't tend to work out very well. See, I tried, guys. I really did. I tried to do 15 minutes of Firechicken and it never works out. It always ends up being something like, man, I've had it like an hour before. Bad on me. All right. Next topic of discussion is our website. I have somebody I'm working with. He's phenomenal. He's doing some coding on some stuff for me and he's building our website. And I feel like he's going to be a really big part of the Scrapyard. He's really interested in working with us. He loves what we do. He sees my vision, all that stuff. Well, Kumite, it doesn't necessarily mean tournament. But yeah. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is I want to have like a music player on the main page of the website so that when you go to our website, um, music will be playing. And I want it to be like a jukebox, right? To where you can change the track. But here's the kicker. I want it to be exclusive scrapyard music. So far, I know we have a few, some of which I have released, some I haven't. But if you are an artist or know an artist or want to become an artist, make a song about the scrapyard. Not only I might make a video about it like I did with Jay Goddams or Vincinnati's, but what I will do is I'll probably end up putting it on the website in the player. So you can just go right to it, click on it, and hear your music on our website. It's gonna be up to maybe me and a few other people to decide, like, quality wise, like, uh yeah, I mean, Crazy Legs, we only do really have 2 songs. We got Jay Gotham's song, and we got Vincinnati's song, but other people, like I said, have made some stuff. I just haven't, like, really heard it. Yeah, I want it to be good, and it can be any genre of music. But I know that Solo's done some stuff. I know that Dad did some stuff, but I want it to have a professional sound to it, you know? So, but I don't see any reason why we can't put it on the website, you know? The website's going to be cool because it's going to list all the fighter stats and everything. It won't have your record, but it'll list accomplishments. It'll list your height, your weight, that kind of stuff. And maybe if you click on it, it'll take you to your fights. I don't know. This is all up in the air. Yeah, Jay Gotham's always going to be a part of the scrapyard. He's been a huge part of the scrapyard. Rest in peace, Jay Gotham, and he's going to continue to be. So, okay, moving on, guys. Scrap battles. I'm trying to get this going. I This is tough. What's up, Flex? So this one's a tough one. Scrap battles. I'm really trying to get some people that'll battle each other in a rap battle, but then do a round or two of boxing afterwards. So if that's of interest, keep in mind this is I try to get somebody involved with this, but they try to just take it and run with it and do their own thing, and that's no, this requires a lot of planning, and we're going to do it at the events. We're not going to do it in some random location or anything like that. And I mean, it's going to be the scrapyard that does it. So I would Def Jam Fight for Street Beefs. Hell yeah. But anyway, it's a thought, and I want to get it going. Okay. My next event, I do need a lot of help. I got a couple people that won't be able to attend the event, primarily my people that are there at 9 o'clock that are signing people in, weighing people, measuring height and reach and all that. Sue and Russ, big part of the scrapyard. Shout out to them. They won't be there. They have something planned for that day. So I need somebody that needs to DM me and say, Firechicken, I got you. I'm going to handle it. I'm going to be there at this time, and I'm going to handle the weigh-ins and all that stuff for you. I also need somebody there doing the traffic stuff in the morning, because, man, people are parking like sideways, upside down, lateral, fucking every which way you can think of, but the way that I want them to do it. So I do need help with that big time. Thank you, Flex. I appreciate you. So I got a new computer built, guys. This is it right here. I mean, you can't see it. I mean, kind of like you can see it in my glasses, sort of. But I just put together or picked up a new computer, I should say, with a nice graphics card and everything. what is that? Why do you guys care, right? You know, no big, it's not really that big of a deal. Well, it actually kind of is, because the better that my setup is, the better that your fights will look. Okay. Um, I'm able now to, edit in higher definition, higher frame rate. Oh, actually, that reminds me, guys. I gotta, sorry, I gotta look at something really quick, because I actually had a random thought the other day. I've actually been using my GoPro Hero 8 now for quite a while, and I have a GoPro Hero 10, and I don't know what the capabilities are with it. I have to look really quick. I'm pulling it up. Okay, go like this. Basic. No, we don't want no basic shit. We want 4K. Okay, it'll do 4K. Oh shit. Okay, it'll do 4K. Oh man. So right here, guys, this thing, you can't see it. It'll do 4K at 120 frames. Dude, that's gonna look amazing. So like the Epic Tan fight, I shot that one in, I don't know which ones I shot in 4K and which ones I shot in 2.7. So if you're a scrapyard fighter that fought last event, it's either in 4K or 2.7K. Now, I've shot everything in 2.7K up until this point. But if I shot yours this last event in 2.7K, I did it at 120 frames per second instead of 60. So that means that, what's up, Sir Yeetus? Yeet, yeet. That means that your footage will look a lot smoother at 2.7K. The slow motion is just gonna be, it's just gonna be amazing. Like like I was saying with the Epic Tan fight, I did that one in 4K, but at the same time, I did their intro walkouts in 2.7K and 120 frames. So that's why that footage looks so smooth, and the fight footage looks so clear. So yeah, more my computer just would not process, it would not do um 1080p. You don't want your fight at 1080. 1080 is garbage. That's yuck. Nobody wants to watch 1080p. My like phones, they even display it 4K now. My monitors and stuff display it 8K. My GoPro will shoot at 5.3K. That would look pretty amazing, but I don't I don't even know if I can make my GoPro go any lower um than 1080. Hey, appreciate that, Epic Tan. You could maybe run the live feed. That And also, I was thinking about doing something different with the live feed, but I'm not going to say it yet. That's just going to be um just going to have to see at the event. So there may be something cool going on with the live feed. Uh, when something works, you just try to improve it, right? Um, oh, we got some new merch, guys, and we got some old merch, and I want to show you guys some of it. Okay, so I can tell you how to get it, where to get it. So first off, guys, this is our trying to get in there too. So this is our shirts that are from SasquatchTheLegend.com. Here we are. SasquatchTheLegend.com. This is an original design by SasquatchTheLegend.com. It's a collaboration. Just go to www.sasquatchthelegend.com and fulfill all your Sasquatchy needs. Okay. We got some of these hats that I had made a while back. These are rounded bill, and they are stretchy back. So those, we got that one with that logo in it. Street Beef Scrapyard. I made that logo on my phone. So I got that one. I got some of these OG Street Beefs hats. I love the way these things look. I ordered some of these from Martin, and I've had them for a while, but I absolutely love this design. I got some of these left. beanies. I like these beanies. They fit very well. And I just got some hats today. Flat build with the Scrapyard logo right in the middle, and they're stretchy back. Scrapyard, baby. So that's what I got for merch. I got some sweatshirts too. So yeah, merch, computer. I wanted to give a shout out. I don't know if he's watching, but I want to give a shout out to the Ted Smith. So the Ted Smith is if you're not familiar with him, he runs I'm not runs it. He's one of the three people that are on Men's Room on 99.9 KISW. The Men's Room, D. Ted Smith with Miles Montgomery and Steve the Thrill Hill. I've been listening to that radio station for so many years, and he hit me up, wanted to come out to the fights, and actually the fight I put out today, he introduced the fight to. So I'll play that just really quick here because I just have the really quick clip to it.
What's up, it's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room on 99.9 KSW. We got a classic boxing match here. Scrapyard is going down. Support the sponsors.
So that was awesome of him to get in there and announce one of our fights. So shout out Ted Smith. And I was on his podcast a few weeks back, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. And so, it was cool having him out here. I don't want to jinx it, but guys, don't give up on me getting my gym. I know we had our bumps, but we might still be getting our gym. I'm supposed to talk to somebody today about it. Hopefully they didn't message me already or call me. Okay, no missed calls. So I'm supposed to be talking to them today about it, and we might just be making this thing work. Busy Dad. Nice to see you, man. Thank you for coming out to the fights, and I hope the shoulder heals up quick. Today is Add a Friend Wednesday on the Facebook group. Yes, I just made that up. So we're trying to extend our reach, welcome in new people, and try to share ourselves and what we do out here with as many people as we can. So if you're in the Facebook group, go in there and hit the invite button and just invite everybody you know. They'll read the rules. They have to accept it. You're not like adding them into the group. You're just giving them an invitation so that they can either accept it or not. But it makes more people aware of us and extends our reach out even farther. So if you guys would, please go to the Facebook group. That's the hub. That's where everything goes on. That's where the matchmaking goes, where all the fighters are. Yeah, I know Instagram's getting to be pretty big too, but it all really goes down in the Facebook group. So let's add more people in there. Hey, Ron, Anomalies Hobbies, what's going on? Hey, Nathan, I would really appreciate that. And I want to give a shout out to Nathan Perry really quick. He came out to the fights and he did some photography for us. He was interested in fighting, and I said, well, I know you want to come out and spectate, but I got to put you to work, so he did. If you don't do the Facebook thing, you're missing out. Make a fake account. That's where it all goes down. He came out, he took some really nice photos for us. So if you fought that day, he's got pictures of your fight and he's uploading them in batches on Facebook. So just look him up, Nathan Perry. You'll see batch number 1 through I think 6 or 7 up now. Let's really quick. We got some other groups of street beefs that I want to talk about. Oh, way back here, somebody asked, and I missed it. They asked if we are a branch of street beefs or if we're affiliated. Yes, we are a branch of street beefs. Thanks to Scarface allowing us to do this, back in 2020. And if you want to hear more about it, you can go to Adam Tiller, which is Fathom and Friends on YouTube. I did a podcast with him out in the cage. And the reason I'm pushing this podcast on everybody I mean, not only to help him out. What's up, Lights Out? Not only to help him out, but I just felt like the chemistry of that podcast with the three of us, it went so smooth. Like I've done Kicking It with Chicken before. I've been on other people's podcasts, and it just, maybe I'm getting better at it. I don't know, but everything just felt so natural on that podcast. And he asked a lot of really good questions, and I told some stories and stuff. So if you haven't seen it, it's shared all over my wall on Facebook. It's shared on my Instagram. Go check it out. Leave a comment. Follow him on YouTube, on Instagram, all that stuff. So he's also a local comedian that performs out at Tacoma Comedy Club frequently. So yeah, Lights Out. I'm not really doing a whole lot today, but yeah, I know you need to get on Kicking It with Chicken. Maybe we can do an outside one again. Those ones are fun. So let's talk about the other groups on Facebook of street beefs. You got Street Beefs, which is the main Facebook group. That one's the biggest. That's Scarface's one that he created. That's got 45,000 people in it. He's very selective on who he lets in it. You got the Dirty South, which they were originally like one group. So it was actually, it's not always been a Street Beast group. It was like a whole bunch of different groups, and they've changed the names and stuff. And now it's Street Beast Dirty South. And then you got Street Beast West Coast, and then you got Street Beast Scrapyard group. But you also, those are the branches, but you also have some groups. You got like Street Beast Gaming. You got the Street Beast Outdoors. You got Street Beast Support, which is a mental health group. And I actually made a group called Street Beef Street Kings, which is essentially just for those of us that are into cars. I mean, as you can see, maybe you knew or didn't know from, riding with Chicken, but I'm a big time car enthusiast. I've always been. My name Firechicken is actually from, Trans Am, Firechicken, Firebird. So, I mean, that's where I got my name from. And it's been a huge part of my life since forever. And same with boxing and combat sports. Those two things, and games. I'd say video games, combat sports, and cars are my hobbies. Um, not the biggest things in my life, but my hobbies, the things and then I also enjoy outdoor stuff too. So yeah, actually, look, I don't know if I can show it to you. It has a third generation Camaro on it. They swap in LS stuff into those things, but yeah, Nathan, we need to chop it up about scrap battles. We need to do that. Oh, I want to shout out Street Beefs West Coast and Tommy G. Hey, Tommy G, he made a really, really cool piece on Street Beast West Coast. He actually included a little bit of us in there, and I never got a chance to meet him, but it was down in the event in I wouldn't put a blown LS7 in there. I'd put a blown LS3 in there, which is a LS9, honestly. I don't know if Iraqi Assassin's still fighting. That's the OG branch. Scarface is over in Virginia. This is the Washington State branch. So like Wolverine's a ref over there. I think you can go over to Virginia and watch the live events. Some of these branches allow for spectators. We don't, unfortunately, out at the scrapyard. We don't have the infrastructure, I should say. We can't support just anybody coming out here. Congratulations on his Tyson. What Tyson, Flex? I don't know what Tyson you mean. Italian Tyson just fought an amateur fight last Saturday. Is that who you meant, Flex? Yeah, it's not. I mean, it turns into more problems. It can create tension. People do things that they don't read the rules. You got to police more. Oh, did Tyson get arrested? That was a long time ago. That was years ago. He's out. He's back doing MMA and boxing in street beefs and amateur. He didn't flex. He didn't win his fight, unfortunately. See, he had a choke on the other dude, and the ref was on the wrong side and didn't see the choke. So they didn't stop the fight. And I believe he got a rear naked choke put on him in that fight. There's ways to see it live. You just got to be a contributing member of the team, meaning you got to come out and do a job. Like if somebody obviously flew over here from Virginia and wanted to watch the fights, and it, you know, you just talk to me. Oh, Jared, that's old stuff. You got to figure like how much technology's changed in the last 50, 60 years. A new small block with half the displacement outperforms and has more, I wouldn't say more potential, but outperforms any big block from the 60s or 70s. I mean, hell, you can take a 5.3 LS engine, bolt a little spinny snail to it and make 1500 horsepower and have it live. If you tried to do that with a 396 or a, you know, whatever, a big block from the 427, nah, that thing's going to go boom. They weren't meant to handle that. They didn't have the same materials back then. So I'm big on the new stuff, but I mean, I appreciate the old stuff too. But anyway, I was saying shout out to the West Coast for having that piece by Tommy G. I never got a chance to meet him at the event, but he did a really nice piece on Street Beefs West Coast. He did a little tribute at the end to Jay Gotham. Very, very nice. I seen that Viking Warrior was on there. Look up Tommy G on YouTube. Go on there. Hey, find my comment that I made and write something under it if you'd like. I appreciate the support. It would be cool to get him out here, you know. He did mention the other branches. He mentioned us and showed a little clip of our fights. Said we're in Washington State. Also, I wanted to talk really quick. I've been doing this push-up challenge. Personal health, very important. So I've been doing this push-up challenge for the last, what's today? 24 days. Now, nobody gets paid to fight. Mutual combat laws. That's how. You can't fight and get paid anywhere as an amateur, not in street beefs or outside of street beefs. If they're paying you to fight, they're doing it illegally, and you really have to be a professional to get paid. Everyone wants to get paid, but nobody's up to the level of professionals to warrant getting paid. And if they are at that level, well, they're doing big promotions and making their money that way. There's no money to be had out here. Just internet glory, just promotion. That's what you get from being in street beefs and being part of a nice community. That's what we can offer. So if you ever go anywhere and there's an admission charge to get in to watch street beef fights, that ain't right. I think that actually happened a while back with a branch that is no longer a branch anymore. You can't charge anything. You can't accept money for, you know, holding spectator slots, or you can't do that. That's what I mean. Like if somebody wants to come out and spectate, you just got to talk to me. There's no money, but you know, I if you ask me the day before the event, chances are I'm not going to let you chances are I'm not going to let you come out to spectate. But you know, if you message me like a month before the event, then you know, I might be able to say like, yeah, you can come out. I ain't going to charge you, nothing like that. I might say no. I don't want to even play with that fire though. If you don't if you don't get close to the fire, you won't get burned. True. You can't just let any idiots come out. An LS7 is a small block. It is 427 cubic inches, but a big block 427 is a big block. That's just a different generation of engine. The problem with the LS7 is that it has thin cylinder walls because of its large displacement, whereas a 6.2 liter LS3, which is the engine that they use for the supercharger applications, which was the LS9, has thicker cylinder walls. So yes, you do give up some displacement, but it's made up by boost. So compression, displacement, or boost. You know, do you want to be naturally aspirated, or do you want to have all the powers? Hell, take a Chevy 4.8 liter V8, a little V8, and strap a turbo to it and make 1,200 horsepower. Yeah, we don't even want to mess. We don't need to take donations. We don't need to do that. Don't, you know, that kind of stuff was helpful, like when we were first getting going and everything. It really was. And still even now, when you guys donate on here, when you guys do super chats and stuff, that's awesome. But I'm not going to go out of my way and just like try to ask you guys for money all the time. You know, I appreciate you guys watching and helping out and whatever, you know. But I'm not going to ask you guys to donate or anything like that. You know, but so that's pretty much all I got, guys. You know, it wasn't not too much ranting today, not too much raving, a little bit of information for everybody. If you're interested in fighting, go sign up. Fight signups are in the Facebook group. Follow us on Instagram. I do some stuff on TikTok. That's not my main thing. I don't really care for it too much. You know what? I'm just going to keep trying to make more platforms and keep expanding. So, you know, I love your guys' support. I love your guys' support and you guys joining in on our conversation and this stuff. You guys are real hardcore fans. So I also like seeing your positive comments on our videos. So go check out our most recent ones. I think tomorrow I'm going to release our April event, our full April event, which was the Jay Gotham tribute. And it's going to have 26, 27 fights in it with a bunch of interviews. So that's a long video. It's a long video. I could tell you, let me look really quick. So it's completely uploaded now. And it is, it doesn't even say. It's like 3.5 hours long. But when I premiere it, you guys will be able to stop in the course of those 3.5 hours and watch the fights, leave comments, all that stuff. So, anyway, yeah, like I said, that's all I got. Hey, you like Street Beefs better than the UFC. Thank you. Demetrius Johnson still breaking down our fights. You know, shout out to him. Hopefully he breakdowns that Epic Tan fight. But anyway, it's been 49 minutes with Firechicken, not 15. Might need to change the title. So thanks everybody for stopping in, and hope to see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.